Hello Internet, my name is Ayla Teslermabe, and today we're gonna work out on the guitar. And this is gonna be focused on chord changes, and we're gonna start by working on our G major to E minor chord changes. These are two very essential chords that you will use for the rest of your life. So let's work on them. We're gonna start by strumming G major in 3, 4. And you're just gonna let it ring out for 4 counts. Just like this. All right, one more time. And now we're gonna move to picking each note of the chord individually, just like this. And then you can rest for 2 beats and start again. Now you might be wondering what the point of this is. It's to help you make sure that every string is ringing out. And if it doesn't ring out, it might help you identify exactly which string you need to fix. And if you can get it sounding just like this here, you'll know that when you strum the whole chord, it'll ring out exactly the way you want it to. And we're gonna move back to strumming, but with a twist. You hold it for 4 counts, and now release pressure on the chord for 4 counts. And then try to grab the chord again, strum for another 4 counts, and now release for 4. All right, get ready to do it 2 more times. And your fingers will probably be hurting at this point. That is totally normal. I've been playing for a long time. My fingers are a little sore. So if I were a beginner, I would definitely be feeling some finger pain right now. That's totally normal. Now we're gonna do something crazy. We're gonna strum for 4 counts, and then take our hand off of the fretboard, just like this. Now get ready to move back in time for 4 counts, and now release for 4 counts, just like this. And if you know that it takes you a little longer to get back into formation for the chord, you don't need to release for the full 4 counts. You can start moving back into position sooner, just so that you can land on the chord again on beat 1, just like I did there. All right, now we're gonna take things a step further. You're gonna strum the chords for 4 counts. And then you're gonna point at the screen, just like this. Now get ready to move back into position and strum the chord again for 4 counts. Now get ready to point at the screen. Now, already be thinking ahead to the chord you have to play, G major. That's a great habit to get into as a guitar player. Always be thinking ahead to the next thing you have to do. Thinking about where you need to move your fingers so that you can land on the chord, just like this. All right, let's take a break. Stretch your fingers out. I can feel some tension in my fingers for sure. It's super normal. And when you're ready, when we're ready, because we're doing this as a team, let's move on to E minor. 3, 4, just strum. Let it ring out for 4 counts. Strum again. We're gonna do it 2 more times. All right, last time. And now, get ready to strum each string in this chord individually, just like this. Rest for 2 counts, and do it again. And just like before, this is a great exercise to help you identify any problem strings where you maybe need to apply more pressure. So if you hear that kind of ugly sounding note like this, that just means you have to apply more pressure with your fretting hand. And then it'll sound good when you strum, just like this. But once you hold it for 4 counts, just like before, just release pressure and strum again. For 4 counts, now release pressure. You don't have to take your hand off of the fretboard or anything, just to practice that feeling of pressing on the fretboard and releasing pressure. All right, let's do it one more time. Press for 4, and get ready to release for 4, just like this. All right, now we're going to take things a step further, just like last time. Strum for 4 counts, but now take your hand off of the fretboard for 4 counts. All right, let's do it again. And again, this is just to practice grabbing that chord shape from a harder position where your hand isn't even on the fretboard, so you have more distance to cover. But you'll find that this gets easier and easier the more you do it. All right, last time. And now, let's make things even more challenging. We're gonna point at the screen after we hold the chord for 4 counts. All right, get ready to point right now. And you can already start moving back into position so that you land on beat 1, just like that. And you'll find over time, you'll be able to point at the screen for longer because it'll take you less time to grab that chord. But for now, be patient with yourself. If you can only point for a second and then immediately have to move back to the chord shape, that is totally fine. It took me a long time to get my chord changes down when I was first starting. It's super challenging. But good news, it's time for a break. All right, take a second to breathe deeply, maybe have some water, stretch out your hands. Now we're gonna take things a step further and move between G major and E minor. We're gonna start by strumming G major, let it ring out for 2 bars, just like this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Get ready to move to E minor and hold it for 2 bars also. And you might find that you have to start moving to the next chord sooner, just so that you can land on beat 1 in time. That's probably the most important thing, trying to line up with the downbeat, just like so. And again, like I was saying, the distance and the time you need to get from one chord to the next will decrease over time the more you practice, the more you do this workout. That's the whole point of this workout, is to practice that exact skill. All right, get ready to move to E minor. Okay, we're gonna do it one more time after this. Get ready to move to G major again. And like I said, move to the next chord a little bit sooner if you need that extra time. Nothing wrong with that. But now, when we move back to our G major, we're only gonna hold it for 1 bar, 2, 3, 4, and then move to E minor, just like this. Now get ready to move to G major again. This is a super challenging exercise, so feel free to move to the next chord a lot sooner, just so that you get there on time. Again, I can't stress this enough. When I was a beginner, this whole thing was super hard for me. But that's why just simply doing this workout will be so helpful for you. Because even if you don't do it perfectly, just picking up your guitar and trying will definitely lead to at least some progress. And if you do it consistently, I think you'll really start to see some improvement. All right, doing it a few more times before we move on to a crazy challenge. Again, I can't stress this enough. The last part of this workout is just a challenge, just to see what happens. It's totally okay if you can't quite do it yet. We're gonna hold each chord for 2 counts. And again, feel free to start moving to the next chord a lot sooner, just to see if you can grab it on time. I know when I was a beginner, I would probably have to work on this for a while before being able to do it. But the whole point is to just try it. Even if it ends up sounding like that is okay. That's a real depiction of what it would have sounded like for me to do it. All right, let's just try it 2 more times. And last time, see if you can grab even one of the chords. And we're done. All right, well, there was your G to E minor workout for the day. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope it was challenging, because if it's challenging and you do this consistently, I think you'll really start to see some progress, which is great because these are two essential chords that you'll probably need for the rest of your guitar playing life. So I think it's worth it to work on it. And I hope you have a great day. I'll see you in the next workout.